Towards you. Oh,
just slightly. Just slightly.
Very carefully. Some minor adjustments must be made.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Do we feel?
That's good.
All right.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, good.
Hi, Mom. Oh, Johnny, I know. 2 weeks till Ohana. I can't wait. We're leaving 2 weeks from today.
Count them.
Yes. Oh, good.
Oh,
hi, Lisa.
Say what you mean.
Yay.
Oh, boy.
Good to see you. All right, we there? Oh, we are here on YouTube. Okay, good.
Excellent.
Hello on YouTube as well. Good to see you.
Well, you YouTubers who've been waiting to come in, we saw a few of you.
Yes, Johnny just reminded us.
Join us
until Ohana. Yay, Lisa and Errol. Hello.
You noted that earlier today.
Hi, Tiki Paka.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, Baher.
Yay.
You noted earlier today, 2 weeks today, that we actually leave.
2 weeks from today, we'll go live. We're going to be at the lake.
We'll be at the lake. We'll be
2 weeks, so we'll go live from the lake.
At the resort itself, right?
Yep.
So we will be at Ground Zero. And we were thinking, I don't know, maybe take a little tour around.
Hi, Jennifer. And hi, Gettysburg, ma'am. Good to see both of you.
Maybe we'll just set the thing up poolside and get a couple of pool floaties, and we'll just broadcast from there. That'd be fun.
Get some of those Trader Vic's pool floaties.
Yeah.
Are you guys on the Trader Vic's mailing list? They've got some really cool.
They're not yet?
Cool
floaties. Get on their mailing list.
We don't have a pool, so I have not purchased any, but...
They have cool merch.
Hi, Julie. Oh, good. You've got the pineapple juice ready. Yay.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Got it. We got some good things for you tonight. Some classics.
Hi, Michael. Oh, Michael says, line me up at Chi-Chi. All right.
Hello.
And hello, Dean. Good
Speaking
to
of
see
your
both of
Vic's
you.
drinks, I think a Chi-Chi is basically a vodka Mai Tai. Am I not mistaken? There's like, Vic varied his drink like a dozen times.
Hi, Abra.
He's kept working on it. Every time they open a new Vic somewhere, it's like Munich, it's the Munich sour. London, the London sour. So there's a whole bunch of them out there. There's the Mai Tai variations.
Hi, Eric.
Hello, hello. Good evening.
Yay. Okay, good.
Good
pineapple.
Stuff. Everybody come in. Pineapple. Okay. The theme is pineapple.
That better not be an ant.
No ants.
I will be so mad.
I happen to be wearing pineapples right now, as a matter of fact.
Hi, Errol.
So do you.
Yes, I went all in on the pineapple theme.
Let's go that way, shall we? We went all in on the matchy too because we happen to have that, and these fit like a glove.
Hi, Jamie.
Well, actually, a pair of gloves. There's two of us. So yeah, awesome. Oh no, nope.
Express Lane at the local Piggly Wiggly. Oh, hilarious.
I did not grow up with said chain, but they're all over the South. And the last time that I was at an actual Piggly Wiggly, I believe it was 2006. And I know I was younger then, but I wasn't that much younger then. And I got carded.
You got carded.
I got carded at the Piggly Wiggly for buying a 12-pack of Pabst.
Hi, Jen Lynn.
For buying Pabst? Seriously? Man.
And hello, Keith. Good to see you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Gettysburg, ma'am. And a few people actually requested some frozen drinks a few weeks ago. So we're going to do one this evening. And then I'm thinking like maybe next week we might have a theme of like trying to make frozen drinks that are legit. So I'm
trying to make them legit.
Playing with that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keith. All right. Yes, Chi-Chi. Yeah. Oh, vodka pina colada.
Yeah. Vodka Pina. Oh, okay.
Yes, I was going to say, I thought it was creamier than that.
Which one am I thinking of? There's a Vic's drink, which is vodka Mai Tai. I got to take a look and see what he calls it.
Oh, yeah.
I
can't remember.
And it might have been, no, it wasn't. I think it's the tequila one that they did when he was doing Senor Pico.
Hi, Peter.
Senor Pico's out there. Yeah. Hey, Peter.
Oh, you're back, Tiki Paka. Don't worry about it.
Right.
You're here.
You're back again. So you're back to the New York groove like that.
Oh, good.
Took no time.
I have to sneeze.
I've
gone hours without sneezing, and as soon as we go live, I'm like, gotta sneeze.
Ooh. Hello, Marcy. I don't know if you said hello.
Hi, Marcy.
Hey.
I didn't, but almost Ohana time. Yay.
Big thumbs up from Keith for the Frozens. Yep.
Okay.
People really like them. I know that in the whole cocktail community, people are very serious about their liquor and talk like this about their liquor, and you can only use the top shelf of everything. I think that's all fun and good, and if I'm at a real old school place, and I'd like Manhattan sidecar margarita. I would like that in Madewell. I'd like that. That's an up drink. That shouldn't be frozen slush. That should just be like shaken cold, poured in. Excellent ingredients. Going to make a sidecar. Marnier is a great way to go. We do it all the time around here. Drink more sidecars than a lot of things, you know. But if I'm at the beach, that thing's going to get warm in about 4 seconds. You know that? So the big, huge thing with a ton of ice in it is a good idea. And if it so happens that half of it is ice cream, I'll do one of those, you know. Bushwhacker? Sure, it's a big chocolate shake. Come on, you know. Chocolate coffee shake. And is it good? Yeah, it's good. Do I want 5 of those? That's a good way to put on a lot of pounds fast for no good reason. But, you know, 1 is good. And same with the pinas. There's a lot of cal in there, so, you know, you got to watch the content of this. Whereas your frozen margarita tends to be like a little lighter.
Hi, Alan and Elizabeth.
But, you know, the big frozen blue things, people love those.
Although I have to say that when you're in the pool, there's nothing quite like a pina colada.
Yeah.
Hi, Mark.
Made well. This is a good idea. We've even made the pina colada by lightening it up, and instead of using the coconut cream, which is like literally the sweetened business, use the coconut milk, which you can get very easily these days. It's all over your supermarkets. And the coconut milk is sweet enough and lightens up the whole affair and still tastes great. It's easy. Who knows? Might make it tonight. I don't know. Maybe
it's
next week.
8:07 and I don't have a drink in my hand.
Good grief.
I know.
Do you want to get busy?
I do.
Shall you?
I do want to get busy. So, my first drink for the evening.
That's when she didn't have a drink, actually. She's going for a drink right now.
I was like, that's not a very good comment on my drink. I am going to start with a brandy drink.
There you go. Just a nicer sound for that. Sorry.
Oh, this is
you
new,
asked for sound
apparently.
effects. Brand new. I like it.
I wanted to make a sidecar variation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wanted a name that was a play on a sidecar, and Paul came up with Escape Pod. So I'm calling this the Escape Pod. Okay, I'm good. You can click away.
Okay, forgot it. Everything
read comments.
I will read comments.
All right, so I'm starting with 2 ounces of brandy.
Using a nice French
of this incredibly heavy bottle of brandy.
A 175, which was an excellent price, so we decided to pick that up.
We buy Reynal.
Reynal's
I'll turn it around.
Really good brand. It's not a cognac, but it's a really high quality product. I like repeatability, and if I had like a $50 bottle of cognac, I'd go through that kind of fast. No. I'm just saying. Not that I wouldn't buy one. No, of course.
And so instead of the Cointreau, I'm going to do a ½ ounce of
Giffard pineapple. Ooh, very nice product.
I don't have to say it. He's here to say it for me.
Bingo. We got a big thumbs up for the pineapples from Great Food and Bev.
Yay.
Woohoo! Oh yeah. The pineapples are all sorts of fun. We get a big thumbs up for your hair flower from Jennifer.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I get a big thumbs from me too.
Thank you. Well, of course.
But definitely. And people are talking amongst themselves. Oh yeah.
½ ounce of fresh lemon juice.
As Keith notes, our friends are cordial. They're inviting. Oh, of course
Yay.
they are. Yeah, it's the kind of crowd we hang out with.
Exactly. 5 dashes of orange bitters. And 5 dashes of ginger bitters.
So again, in reverse order, 5 dashes ginger bitters, 5 dashes orange bitters, ½ ounce of fresh lemon juice, ½ ounce of Giffard Caribbean pineapple liqueur, 2 ounces of brandy. Got all that?
I do.
Shake with ice.
And strain into
your cocktail glass.
That. Okay.
Whack!
That. Okay. So I'm going to set this here for just a moment. That's okay. I was holding it with my free hand.
I'm the holder.
We discussed this earlier. I was like, there's no place to put this lid.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
No, there's a place to put the lid.
Okay. Shake with ice.
I shouldn't lean on the bar too hard, actually.
Into a cocktail glass.
I know it looks like a great place to feel like, hey, bartender, but it's, it is solid. It's quite a heavy unit. It's all made out of MDF.
And for my garnish.
Give that a second to rest a bit.
Lovely Trader Vic's.
You try the drag.
Up glasses. And I've got extra. Yay.
Woohoo! Okay. Oh, we get a big thumbs for the Velveteen Tiki Bar from Barbara. Well,
thank you.
It cheers me up too. You know, if you're feeling like, but the day the weather perks up, you're like, oh, I can go out to the Tiki Room. And you're like, this is a great little place. You know? It's great to broadcast from here.
I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to use a lemon peel, but
Another big thumbs on your hair flower from Mara.
thank you. Okay, a twist of lemon, and then some of this pineapple sage.
Pineapple sage, which we just got recently.
Yeah, we found this at the garden center, and it really does smell like pineapple.
It smells like pineapple.
It's sage,
It's sage, really.
So let's.
It doesn't actually smell very sagey, but
it's pretty.
You just like give it a little couple of fingers on there.
Let's see what I think.
Check out the aroma, and hello.
Escape pod.
Escape pod. As Pat notes, that brandy will last a few days.
You're not kidding.
Oh, that's really good.
Isn't it?
That's really good. And it's not too sweet. Pineapple didn't like sweeten it up. But definitely. Don't know, Keith.
Oh, Lisa. It'll be on YouTube, so hello, Joe.
What you need?
Oh, okay, yeah, I need a little umbrella too. Okay.
Pineapple rum slush.
Got it.
Give you some stability.
Okay.
There you go. Now you're complete. These little pineapples, which are actually in our store up on Amazon.
Our little thing isn't up tonight.
Where's our banner?
Our little banner. I don't know.
We made a new banner that would point us to how you could actually tip us, the old tip jar. And it's not there. What a drag. Maybe we'll drop the information on you so that you know. Just trying different things around here, folks.
This is the story of our lives.
This is the story of...
oh, there's my fan.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, hot out here again.
It is a little bit warm. I can get the fan, after all.
No, this is
I'm
perfect.
feeling a little warm, too, actually. I'm feeling that the hair back here is really capturing.
The Tiki Trail Live was an hour later last night, so it wasn't quite as hot in here. Yes,
as a matter of fact. Yay. If you missed us on the Tiki Trail, then you can always go for the rebroadcast. So, did they put that up on YouTube or?
Yeah, so it goes on YouTube.
Okay, so you could actually search Tiki Trail. I think they have
Tiki Trail Live.
Oh, they must have hundreds of videos up. He's been going for years now. Excellent. Yeah, you would really, really like
Thank
this.
you, Gettysburg, ma'am. Oh.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, now, yes.
Yep.
I got
That's
my Sapporo fan.
We did see Gettysburg show up. I saw your name. I said, hey, and you were wearing the earrings. They were probably a little subtle out here. It wasn't like there was a spotlight on it, but it was. Which ones did you have on? The blue flowers, the blue leaves.
Yes. I wore the earrings that Gettysburg man made me. They're I love them. I love them. Perfect.
Cool. Yeah,
please share the link to where people can buy your products because they're amazing. I love them. I love the ones that are like the little. They say Ohana and Bar. They're so cute. I can't wait to wear them. Thank you again. Oh,
very good. Oh yes,
thank you.
Absolutely.
I think we're missing.
Well, checking out some things over here. So it's okay. I'm never going back. Not much. Nah, that's whole conversation going here about Jerry Springer. Boy, have we devolved that quickly, that far?
We did a drink called Bookham Dano.
Didn't realize.
Well, we have the perfect mug for it.
As a matter of fact.
The McGarrett mug.
Which says Bookham Dano. We have actually, in our time, out here in this room, in this very footprint, made the McGarrett, and then some years later, because we couldn't find the original McGarrett, we made the McGarrett too.
Well, we do have a drink called Dano Booksome. Named from Dano of the Clams.
Of the Clams. That was good, too.
Yeah, it was
good. Look that one up. Ha, ha. But definitely. Wonderful. Oh, they've got pineapple plants in the house. That's great.
I love that.
That's fantastic. We've known some friends in Florida who had pineapple plants.
I know.
Outside
I've never
the house.
tried to grow a pineapple here because I'm not sure that would be possible. But
it'll start and then it'll get frost and it'll totally die. Mm-hmm. But in Florida, where it's just like just blistering heat all the time, they were growing pineapples. They had this baby little thing that was super cute. I don't know if they would ever get huge, but depending on the part of Florida, they should. But definitely. Here we go. So there's
Thank you for sharing your page.
The link to.
Oh, and hi, Bobby.
That's it. Plum Run. Yep. Handcrafted clay wearables. So they're really cool. They're a lot of fun.
Scroll back up, please.
And they were just checking things out. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Marcy. Yeah. So smart. Yeah. Thank you for the fame.
They are.
The vodka's kicking in.
Going to be a good idea, and I will tell you, your prediction of mugginess at the lake is at least a couple days going to be like that. Perhaps the entire time. And it will be cool at some point in time because that's what happens. And it will rain. That's what's going to happen at the lake. So as long as we remember these things.
I need to remember to pack a parasol. Hi, Doug.
Oh, yeah. Good point, Doug. Hey, hello.
Like George is human when there's not snow falling.
Let's bring the pots in during the winter.
Oh, nice.
If this room actually captured heat all year long,
it would be perfect.
It would just nailed shut. And in February, when it's pretty cold out there, but we've got sun, it starts to heat up in here. Like, we'll come out here and have lunch and say, hey, this is pretty civil. After hours, like right now, it would get cold. It would definitely get cold. But
I suppose.
We've had parties in December where people are out here and you get enough bodies in here and the place starts to heat up.
Yep.
That does.
I was going to say, I suppose we could get new windows.
We can get new windows.
That's not cheap.
But it's not cheap.
I know this because we got new windows in the house last year.
And it wasn't cheap, so.
Yeah.
But, these are the louvered windows, which are probably dating
they're very
from
vintage.
The 50s. Not original to the house. That was put in a little later. I think this was originally an open porch. And most of our neighbors have the open porch. Right next to us has the closed-in porch.
Yep.
It does not have louvered windows.
You need a drink.
These folks have louvered windows. The folks next to us have louvered windows. When they renovated that house, the folks took out the louvered windows.
When they renovated that house.
Yeah, and away we go. So now it's an open porch again. I like the closed porch. I like the possibility of being out here like late in October when it's starting to get chilly and you don't want bugs or anything. And you've just kept a little bit of heat and it looks marvelous.
Heat your house by entertaining, yep.
Yeah, exactly. Just have people over. So boom. So I had a shaker which went to what?
Oh, I put it back here.
Oh, okay, great. I'll take that shaker now.
Okay.
Because your point is excellent and correct. You need a shaker.
All right.
No, I need a shaker. Well, I'm going to try this out here. So this happens to be our little Velveteen
Pineapple
blue
Princess.
shaker.
I love Pineapple Princess.
It's very seldom that I use this style of shaker, which is like the two metal parts, because I'm usually using the one with the glass part. But this is still a Boston style shaker. I think I might have a little bit of dust in there. I'm going to clean that out. Boop, 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 boop.
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked to find there's dust in there. If you could ice me, please.
Yep.
Ice man.
Now I will.
Ice man.
Oh. I was going to say I'll have you hold this, but...
You're busy bogarting my drink, he said.
That's okay. I'll have some of yours.
Yes, you will, as a matter of fact.
Right.
That's perfectly fine.
That's good.
That's good. Yep. And you?
All right.
All right. So I decided if we're doing pineapple, I'm going to do something that I do with frequency during the summer. A classic of the genre.
Hi, Dawn.
Tropical up drink, which is unusual. Usually you're finding things in double old fashions and in tall ones, chimney glasses, that kind of thing, zombies, Mai Tais, and the double old fashioned kind of
I'm
thing.
here to help.
Yep. Okay, thank you. We're going to go with a drink that kind of breaks all of those molds. Its base is not even rum, it's a gin drink. And what the heck am I talking about? How about the Royal Hawaiian? I've made this for Paka before. She enjoyed it. Yeah.
Liquid windows.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm chilled. Can you turn up the conga line?
It's
pretty much like that. Get a few people in this house.
What do you know about
Something that's
conga?
warm.
Okay, I'm going to put this over here so I can do this.
Okay.
There we go. 2 ounces of the gin. I'm kind of killing the gin, too. Time for more Dorothy Parker.
No.
In fact, this is the Dorothy Parker Rose Petal Gin.
Is it time for a road trip to Newburgh?
It's frequently time for a road trip to Newburgh. Thank you very much. Lovely
There's
co-host.
a lovely liquor supermarket in Newburgh. Might be time for a road trip.
This does have a really nice flavor. Great in martinis. Now, does rose flavor belong in this cocktail? Why not? Because I usually put rose flower water in
Chalusi, yep.
the orgeat.
That's what we call them too,
Yep.
Michael.
I will take that fresh pineapple juice. It's in smaller quantity over there.
Of course you will.
Of course you will. All right.
I did Cora pineapple today and
Can it Corey pineapple?
got a little bit of juice out of
You
it.
got some juice out of there. Can certainly use that in. This is straight from the pineapple. Oh, careful.
We'll be drinking out of it
We're
later.
drinking out of that thing later. Boom. So, 2 ounces of the gin, 1 ounce of the pineapple. Let's add a little orgeat to that. There we go. Where's the orgeat? Right here. Half ounce of the orgeat.
Every time he uses it.
It's right on the bottle. About a half ounce, maybe even a little less. Doesn't need much. You're adding flavor more than sweetness. You've already got the pineapple for sweetness. And now that you've added all that sweet stuff, you've got to dial it back. And I will take the lemon.
Oh.
And with that quantity, oh yes, please. I would go for
lemon.
This is lemon?
No, that's pineapple.
Look at the color. Look at the color before I completely bone it.
Lemon? No. Lemon.
Lemon. Lemon. One of these lemon.
They're all the same color.
Lemon. 3/4 ounce of pineapple. There we go. It's a pretty heavy pour. And
Lemon.
Lemon. Lemon. It's lemon.
Now you're doing it.
Lemon. And we have the orange bitters. I think the original formula for this didn't call for it. I think orange bitters punches up a lot of things. It certainly works very well with this business.
All right.
So, shake with ice.
We have a little snack to share after this.
Yes, we do.
Oh, thank you, Key. It's very sweet.
Thank you.
Drinking or slurping.
Let it rest. I will take one of those, as a matter of fact.
I happen to have one of these.
I happen to have one of these.
Did you see, Lisa, did you see that Trader Vic's has coupes now?
Check it out. They are available. They look fab.
Oh,
price tag.
Alyssa, what's up?
Hey!
Hey!
Speaking of the crew who's been to this party, but definitely haven't seen you in, some months now.
Gosh.
Yowza.
The last Ohana.
The prior Ohana. And before that, you were on this territory right here in this room.
Mm.
So we were just mentioning Trader Vic Glassware. Here is a fabulous little tiki-tini guy, which comes in this fine little stem. Very thin stem, which is great. And the glass. And I am going to pour my drink in there. This, of course, is the famous Royal Hawaiian. A gin-based tropical. That's an up drink. You don't put umbrellas in it.
I love how amazed you sound.
Isn't it?
What a world.
It's incredible, you know? Well, if you could bust that out for me, I'd very much appreciate this.
Okay. I'm loving having this little table here, by the way.
Could you do me a favor?
Yes.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday. I will trade you that for the big one, or one of the big ones.
Oh,
I'm
sure.
going to put a really
I didn't know you were going to be
big
sizist.
No, I just want a big curl in there, because I want to get like a little bit of that business, and then place the curl in. Royal Hawaiian. Breaks a lot of those rules and is fab. Oh, you know what? I'm going to follow my own rules by putting in an umbrella.
You want some sage?
How about a yellow umbrella for that pineapple? Maybe I do take some sage. Just a moment. Put a sample first. Make some room. Make some room.
I chopped off so much. Got to use it.
Oh, that's still the stuff right there.
This is pineapple sage.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I can.
I planted
the sage bit.
I planted it, and it didn't do anything for the longest time. I was like, well, it doesn't look unhappy. Yeah. And then suddenly it just like went, so.
The thing about these plants
it's happy now.
that you buy over at the garden center or the supermarket or whatnot is that they're slightly traumatized in those small pots. And you put them in a large pot and they think, I don't know. But as soon as they realize, no, you can expand and go crazy, go nuts. The mint will usually sit there for a second thinking about it, and then like overnight, bang. So suddenly we have this huge crop of mint in the pot.
The only thing that's not going crazy is the basil, and it's because I keep using it.
You keep using it?
Anyway.
Keep cutting it back. It can't grow huge.
I do. Keep giving it a haircut.
Royal Hawaiian. Excellent. Very well recommended.
So,
and
snack
the
time?
Escape pod. Oh, I think it is definitely. I'll go for some snacks.
So I think I posted this on Patreon earlier, where I made an aloha spread. Speaking of parties, this is a
popular thing at parties around here.
I'm going to say it's a beach bum berry recipe because he adapted it from a vintage recipe, and I think, I don't know, 6 months or a year or so ago, I found the recipe that I was just going through. I was going through one of my books, and I can't remember which one now, but I was like, that's the aloha spread recipe. But anyway.
Wow. I want to know which book it was.
Well, we have it.
We got it anyway.
So I'm not going to make it live because
a lot of steps.
What a
and
mess.
All that.
But
we need more room around here to do that kind of thing.
Good to see you. So all you do is he has more distinct proportions than I have. I tend to just dump and mix. I used a package of cream cheese. I actually used vegan cream cheese because I wanted to keep the cholesterol down. I did a package of vegan cream cheese, a tub of blue cheese, 3 cups crushed pineapple. I would say a cup. Oh no, if you're using chopped pecans, don't use a cup.
Hmm?
I used whole pecans. So, well, not whole.
They're halves.
Pecan halves.
But not the chocolate
whole
ones.
halves.
Whole halves.
Like a cup if you're doing the whole thing. And then ginger. Ginger to taste. And
that was it.
it's really good. It's like crack.
It's good and
So
yummy.
let's have some.
And you got the vegan blue cheese in there?
No, it's not vegan. Our store doesn't have vegan blue cheese. Although apparently you can get it at a Whole Foods.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think this normally would have the blue cheese, and that does add to it. But this is...
No, it has blue cheese.
Oh, it has blue cheese. Okay. It does have it. You just said this. I'm going to roll up a couple crackers.
It's just not vegan. But the cream cheese is.
So the veganess of this has been compromised.
Uh-oh.
But, yoink. But it's so good.
Yep.
Yummy.
Right.
Filling, too. You're going to eat something that looks like this. And something that looks like this.
Well, I had it higher, but you moved its
You
shelf.
You moved.
Thank you.
You moved.
All right, I can wash up. Yay.
There we go.
Yeah, I look for, Abra, I've heard. My sister-in-law is vegan, and she was saying, oh, you can get that stuff at Whole Foods. I was like, oh, okay, well, we don't have Whole Foods.
We don't have a Whole Foods, so we need to go foraging.
We have it in New York City.
We go to the big city there.
Yeah.
We can check that out. I think if you go to the big city of Paramus, you probably found a Whole Foods.
And the aardvarks. All right. I think I am caught up.
Well,
It is really good. I know it sounds weird with the blue cheese and the pineapple, but it's like, so good.
It's a really good flavor combination. And you put this stuff out at parties and it starts to disappear. Like pretty hard.
Yeah. And it makes a lot, which is great for a party.
Makes a big batch of dip.
So.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, did that.
Also,
Hi, Robert.
Pretty nice lining on the stomach if you're having a few lovely libations.
I know.
Hey, you didn't try this, did you?
Well, I've had it before.
Not this particular round.
Try it. Still good.
Still an excellent thing. And of course, there's a bonus bit.
Paul the quicker picker-upper.
Yoink.
Okay, I love the conversation on YouTube. Hilarious. Okay. But anyway.
So you've got an adapted classic, and I've got a classic, and I would have
and
that.
And some Aloha spread.
Some Aloha spread, another kind of classic. Good stuff.
I could just grab the stuff and eat it by the spoon, actually.
Basically, the crackers are just
it's a little rude
vehicle.
at parties, but when no one's around. Not at parties. I don't mean it like that.
Crackers are basically just a delivery vehicle. Exactly. So if you wanted to eschew the crackers and just go completely off the carbs there, it works. It works. So the theme, Robert, is pineapple, as you can see by my shirt, your dress. And we're going to make a little more of that in a bit, but this drink has pineapple, and this drink has pineapple. Now, some of our observers right now don't do pineapple. And I think, that's correct.
If you can't do pineapple, substitute.
If you have an allergy, if you just don't like it, okay, you got to sub. What could you sub for the pineapple?
Oh, Elizabeth, that would be great with teriyaki. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Oh yeah,
that's a good idea.
What would I sub for pineapple? Well, I don't know if you get anything that's really going to nail it. Like, oh, that's a 1-to-1.
Ooh,
but you could try.
That sounds good, Robert.
You could try passion fruit nectar, not the syrup, way too sweet. But passion nectar is quite sour, and
that'd be good.
That would be an interesting way to go.
Yeah.
And tamarind would be interesting in a similar way. And both of those are worth a try to see if you're getting something that fits that sort of container, which would be nice. If you can't do the pineapple, but I wish you could because boy, you'd like this. So, all right, so. So what about pineapple?
Hi, Gwen. Anyway? Yeah, Gwen says guava juice. Guava. We have guava juice. That would be great.
Good suggestion.
Yes. Yeah, I made a drink for our neighbors recently that had guava juice that came out quite well.
That was the Hulk, wasn't it?
That was the Hulk Smash.
Hulk Smash.
It wasn't named Hulk Smash when I took it next door, but by the time I came home, it was named Hulk Smash. So.
Somebody was talking about the fact that it was sort of green and said Hulk. And I was like, what?
Yeah, it had blue crystal.
I said, like Hulk Smash, and suddenly a drink is born.
Mm-hmm.
So passion fruit juice. You will probably find this listed as passion nectar. Mm-hmm. And there's some brands on the market. Look at the label and see if this is primarily juice or if this is like 10% juice and a lot of sugar.
There's one at our supermarket.
Yeah. This can be kind of a problem. And if you're thinking to yourself, okay, I've looked all over and I'm not finding just a can or a bottle of the juice that's just juice.
You can make syrup.
Some of the organic brands out there are doing like just juice or maybe a juice blend that's juice, no sugar added.
You could totally do feta Gettysburg, ma'am. That would be totally fine. I think we've done that, actually.
Yeah. Actually, feta is plenty of tang.
Just like any cheese like that would be totally fine.
Ancient Chinese Secret makes me think of the
bitters.
The bitters.
We have bitters that are called Ancient Chinese Secret.
And it's not Bitterman who makes them. It's
Dash Fire.
Dash Fire. And it comes in this little sort of perfume bottle, tiny little bottle.
You're soaking in it.
Which is fun. Yeah.
We say that to each other all the time.
You're soaking in it.
You're soaking in it.
That's I believe that was Madge, So there we go. little beautician advice for you. Honey, always go for the strong cocktails.
Well, just, anything that you're mired in. Mm-hmm. You're soaking in it.
You're soaking in it. But the final word on the passion. If you're looking all over your supermarket, like, I'm not finding this, and maybe you've got a good, like, ethnic market that has, like, some Latin American stuff, some Caribbean stuff.
Errol, you're correct.
We happen to have a really good market that specializes in, wow, can you really score in there?
Errol says it's amazing how many combinations of foods that don't sound good together, but actually are good. Right. Yes, yeah, totally.
So if you're looking all over and you're completely striking out on the passion, here's the hot tip: go to the section of the market that's got a lot of Goya foods or
the frozen section.
Find the freezer section. You'll find frozen pulp, and you will find frozen passion fruit pulp. And what we do with that is you mix that 1-to-1 with sugar syrup, and you've got passion fruit syrup. Now, suppose you didn't use the syrup. You would have passion fruit juice. Basically nectar, because it's got a lot of substance to it.
Yep.
So that would be one way to go. And you can always filter that down a bit to get some of the solids out, and you would have your passion fruit juice. What I don't recommend is trying to find fresh passion fruits and squeezing them, because I think Jeff Berry did that a while back, the bump himself. And he said he spent a fortune and he got like a thimbleful of juice. It was ridiculous. Don't bother. They're fresh when you're in, say, Central America. Here, they've traveled a really long way and they're not good.
No. Albert says, thanks, Bob.
Yes. So there you go. This is
watermelon feta salad. That sounds amazing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that sounds like a fun combo.
Sounds really good.
Sounds very nice and fresh and
Calgon, take me away.
Calgon. Yeah,
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Okay, on YouTube, we're going through old commercials. It's hilarious.
Calgon, the commercials with the Ancient Chinese Secret, I believe, was talking about laundry detergent.
Yes.
But of course, Calgon is also dish detergent and some other things. It's still around, isn't it?
Ancient Chinese Secret, yeah. Calgon?
Yeah.
I think so.
We've been using this other stuff for so long that I'm not that aware of the commercial.
I haven't purchased Calgon ever. But I think it's still available.
I think so. Maybe somebody could look that up.
Those little air plants that everyone loves are related to... Oh, is that the succulents?
Those little things? Yeah, they have that little look to them, as if they might be a pineapple relative.
I was so mad. I planted a succulent. Well, I planted 3 succulents.
3 succulents.
And 2 of them got eaten. And then there was one that's been here since we bought the house. And I was tending to it and taking care of it. Something came along and ate it.
What the hell eats a succulent?
There's plenty of greenery around here. We live in a salad bowl. Eat something besides my succulent.
I got a house next door that's
bromeliads.
Oh, yes,
bromeliads, okay.
Got a house next door that's up for sale, and like every 2 weeks, that grass is about a foot high.
Orange
go over
onion
there, guys.
and rosemary salad
Just
sounds
have-
amazing too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep. I have heard of that in context, and that sounds like a really good combo.
Errol says we have a watermelon plant in the garden. I
Hello.
love that. Yeah, lilikoi. Yep.
We do have
Michael. That's
rosemary coming up. It hasn't really taken to the pot and gone crazy, but it will.
It will.
It always fills the pot.
It will.
It gets quite nice. I think we're not exactly at the point where it says, bang, let's go to town. But we're getting there.
Boy.
And I really like having fresh rosemary around because I cook with that with regularity. It's great. And your big presentation meat, whether you're doing like a big roast or whether you're doing the turkey or just a chicken, I'd throw it on potatoes. Is it totally out? Whoa.
Might be time for my mocktail.
Maybe it is. Want to try that out?
Yes.
Mm.
I had a mocktail idea.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try it out. So we decided to call this one Little Opu. Didn't we?
Yes, the little Opu.
Oh, Mrs. Olsen. You're talking about Mrs. Olsen on YouTube. Okay.
Particularly the 1960s.
Oh.
The 1960s commercials from Mrs. Olsen are fairly condescending towards the housewives.
Jamie
Why
says
did you
already
make a
cutting
terrible
our
cup of
rosemary, mint, and thyme back. Yeah. Yes, our thyme and mint are going crazy too.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is great.
I like it.
Ooh.
The time started filling out the pot, definitely.
Robert, that sounds good too.
Oh, yeah.
Olives and, oh yeah.
Kalamata.
I love it. Okay.
I go for some Kalamata olives.
Mocktail time.
I'm making up for lost time because when I was a kid, I would not do olives at all. No way. Too bitter. As an adult, I'm like, bring them on.
I love them.
Uh-huh.
I love olives. Okay, so
Go.
we decided to call this Little Opu.
Mm-hmm.
So for the Little Opu, is this, what are the measures on this?
3/4, 1 1/4.
I need an ounce. Did that come out here? Okay, so I'm starting with an ounce of pineapple juice.
Good to know your measuring devices.
Let's start
And they're all different.
Let's start with the, okay, we
Killed the fresh?
killed the fresh.
Good.
So now I have to go to the canned.
The fresh pineapple doesn't yield much juice out of the center unless you just start like macerating the fruit that you pull out of it. We still have
I
the
would be
fruit we
afraid
pull
of
out of
saying
it. That'll be
macerating
ripest.
too many times while we're live.
Yeah, because YouTube's going to pick up on it and ban me for life.
Oh, was that my outside voice?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Darn outside voice. Okay.
The great thing about what I mix is that you get like 2 refills.
Okay. So 1 ounce of pineapple juice. And, all right. So, I'll add all the other ingredients first.
Mm-hmm.
So a dash of
Dash.
fresh lemon juice.
Mm-hmm.
Blurp. And a dash of, I said a dash of lime bitters. I haven't even opened these yet. I just bought these yesterday. Haven't even opened.
Let's see if I can get this. There we go. I always make sure I have a blade on me out here because suddenly you need to open something like champagne or, well, we don't ordinarily have champagne as much as
I'm thinking of how little space we have back here and you with a blade and trying to open. Yeah, I'm like, no, that's
Got it.
recipe for disaster. Okay, so the way you try bitters, if you haven't seen this, the way the professionals do it, put it on your hand.
What do you got?
It's good. It's very limey, which is good because it's lime bitters.
I want to try some in here.
All right, so
Go to town.
a dash of lime bitters.
Give it a swirl.
All right, that was a couple of dashes.
This already has lemon juice, so this is really just adding some of that flavor.
All right, and you know what? I got a little bit on the ice bucket, so just clean that up. And then we're going to fill with something I found today while I was out prop shopping for Ellen Waits. Me. Oh, I already buried it too. Okay.
Sorry, can't find it. Oh, it's in.
I was in the dollar store where I do most of my prop shopping, and I found something Jelly Belly branded orange sherbet sparkling water. 0 calories. And the only ingredients are carbonated water and
Natural flavor.
natural flavors.
Okay.
So let's try it.
We've actually found out from a very reputable book about flavoring, that is flavoring companies, that the term natural and artificial flavors are basically fairly meaningless.
Got it.
Just in case you think, oh no, this is naturally flavored, it's better. That might mean the exact same thing as artificial flavors. So it's all about how it's extracted.
All right, well, we can go back to our comments now.
Mm-hmm. Glad to.
I'm just going to wait for this to dissipate so I can add a little more.
Add a little more yourself.
Orange sherbet, sparkling jelly belly water to it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how that is.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, you have problems with deer? We have problems with deer.
Oh, we do too.
Constantly.
Yes, we have deer.
Basically the entire time we've been here, but it's gotten worse. There are more of them out there, and there are fewer coyotes. So with fewer predators, they're all over the place.
I don't want them to get eaten.
Do you want them to chow down on your plants that you paid money for? Just asking.
No, but they can chow down on the plants I didn't pay money for.
You can eat all the grass you want, and there's plenty of it.
Eat all the rows of Sharon you want.
They basically like to eat our bushes out front and then excrete the results onto the yard. Yeah, that was slightly crude, but that's what they do. That's what they do. So watch out before you mow.
That wasn't even the worst part of what you said.
No. Mm-hmm.
Let's try this now. Little Opu. Oh, it's still foamy. I'll wait for the foam to subside.
Mm-hmm. Ping.
Oh, Errol can do no. Oh.
Yeah.
Lisa, I totally get it.
Balsamic vinaigrette.
Oh, balsamic vinaigrette, yes.
That sounds like a good thing to throw on your watermelon. I've heard of that. And that's an interesting kind of idea. Just put like sort of like a very salty.
This is good.
Heavy, oily thing on top of that. It's strange.
Little Opu is good.
Mm-hmm.
Free fertilizer.
That's surprisingly good. You're thinking to yourself, wow, but no, that's really good.
Oh, you can use the flowers? Oh. Okay, Robert, because Rose of Sharon grows like a weed in our yard.
We got plenty, and give us a matter of a few months, we're going to have those flowers all over the place. All they do is produce seeds.
We needed some plants, and I was like, I know, we'll just transplant some Roses of Sharon. And now they're huge.
Bing, bing, bing. Oh, very good. Yep. Yep, there we go. What I do with the fertilizer when I find it on the lawn is I find the little trowel, and sometimes I'll go and toss it into the compost, which we have going, and the compost just goes and goes until it's totally full. We have a barrel out there. So that all just gets compressed and completely decays, and then eventually we throw it into the plants. The plants go, hey, poopy, and they go crazy.
Have you heard them say that, or?
Yeah, I listen to the plants. It's like that song, I Talk to the Wind.
I love that it's hibiscus because it grows like a weed here. Mm-hmm. And I always think, like, we can't have nice plants here, but we can.
Actually.
Yeah.
We just can't have tropical plants here because come the fall, forget it.
Except Rose of Sharon, apparently.
The O Sharon goes nuts. Mm-hmm.
It's never hot out here until we go live, and then it's like, wow, I'm sweating my brains out.
Oh, the business about doing that on the grill, yes, that's a good idea. Our neighbors, who like to grill like mad, will frequently just grill slices of pineapple.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
Longitudinal slices of pineapple. And just like throw it on the charcoal, and they'll go nuts. And I've certainly as hell done that on the plancha out there. And yeah, just get a little bit of char on that. It starts to carbonize. Some of that sugar looks good.
Oh, Errol studied esters in organic chem, used as artificial flavorings. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, composting. We don't really pay for dirt. Well, we'll sometimes pay for like a little bit of potting soil just to mix in with the compost.
Sort of like a 75-25 mix is what we've been doing just to top it off.
Yep.
The compost looks terrible because I throw everything in there, like oyster shells go in there. Well, the shells like actually start to break down a bit and add a little calcium to the soil. It's good. And I usually use one of those at the bottom of the pot to cover up the hole, that kind of stuff. Hey, now use all the resources you've got. Why throw this stuff in the trash? This is there to recycle. So all the rest of it goes in. All the peels, all of the potato bits, all of the like ends of the onion and all that.
Doesn't it?
It does feel good, doesn't it? Yeah, kind of good with that. I feel like bringing the fan out, and not that fan. And all the coffee grounds, a lot of coffee grounds, tea bags, all of it goes in, and it just falls apart The coffee has a lot of acidity. The tomatoes love it. If we grew tomatoes. We have.
We had tomatoes 2 years ago.
Yep. When we actually had the...
during the lockdown.
During the lockdown, we had the greenhouse. We tried the tomatoes. It was slightly hot for them. But we brought things out and they did very well.
Yeah.
They were very happy. The tomato plants are very productive.
I was the tomato
But
whisperer.
the herbs, but definitely. Always like to have the rosemary and the thyme. The mint, of course, because, hey, it's very weedy.
Ooh!
Goes nuts.
Look at this.
And the basil, but definitely.
Rose swamp mallow. Wait, hold on. Rose swamp mallow is native and grows all over. Oh, Northeast Ohio. Okay.
Hot pink.
Yeah. We get hot pink flowers too. Oh, Melissa says we have a perennial hibiscus. It's not a gigantic. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? It might grow in our zone. Worth a try.
Generally speaking, if you go to your local big box store, which happens to have the plant section, what they're selling should grow in your zone.
Well, it should, but they have things in some of our stores, and I'm like, there's no way that's going to live. Like lime trees. I'm like, I wish that would live here, but it won't.
The amount of citrus we go through to make all of this sour, that's like, I would have like 5 of these around the house and be passing them out. Mm-hmm. Please. Worms love coffee grounds. Hey, I like that. And actually think about urban composting. Like, well, I don't have any space to compost. Put it under your sink.
Abra, you should be fine.
Next to the drain. And you have the bin that's got the worms. And the worms eat all that stuff. They love it. You know something? Our neighbors just started putting in the pepper plants.
Yeah.
I know they felt very, very behind. And I think it's been that kind of year,
yeah, like
you know.
Today.
Mm-hmm.
And they felt really behind, but
they'll grow.
They're pepper whisperers, so I think they'll be fine.
As long as you've got the little plants at your store, then it's not too late to put them in the ground.
Hi, Tom.
Put them in the dirt and just let them rip.
I'm going to add some more of my Jelly Belly orange sherbet sparkling water. Refill it. We haven't actually tried this stuff, but...
Time for taste test.
Yeah, okay. Sparkling water taste test.
Sparkling water taste test. Hey.
Can't pour too quickly. It'll overflow your shot glass.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, this is very like orange creamy.
Well, it's got all natural flavors according to the can.
So it says.
I don't think they're allowed to misreport that. They'll go to the pokey.
Not sweet, as noted. It's not full of juice.
It's fine.
It's not full of sugar.
It's fine.
It does have sort of an orange cream flavor to it. Mm-hmm. It's almost a little subtle.
Yeah. Tastes like sparkling water.
Tastes like sparkling water. Yeah, funny. But I can report that this is you could look at that and say, oh, that's going to be like really off. But actually, no, it's quite nice.
Lisa says we had worms in our compost that at a quick glance look like small snakes. Oh, I would be like, okay.
Everything gets bigger with good organics.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love the worms. I enjoy the worms, but if they look like snakes, I'd be like, ooh, I don't know.
Snakes are good for keeping the other vermin in your garden down. And as long as you don't live in a zone that has these snakes that are poisonous, that's one thing. Tropical snakes tend to be, because they go after bigger prey. But if they're just going after rodents, that's something else entirely. Same with the owls.
I don't want any snakes, really.
No,
I don't mind seeing them, like, off my property.
Yeah.
If I'm walking down the street and I see a snake, hello, snake, good to see you.
Hi. How you doing?
But if I'm gardening and I see a snake, I'm going to jump about 10 feet in the air.
You know what the snake's going to do? Same thing.
Yeah. Which might be entertaining to see.
Sees you and says, you want to eat me? Ah! Yeah, well, I don't, but I understand.
I'm enjoying this.
I'm enjoying this very much. Of course, it's growing low. It goes low. Oh, yes.
Oh, worms are considered invasive. Yes, 2 weeks to Ohana, Tom. I'm so excited. We're leaving 2 weeks from today.
Yep. Oh, I'll check that out, Phil. Yeah, old man jokes. Worms were introduced via, I think, ballast and ships when the ships are going over and they were filled with dirt. The worms were in the dirt, or the worm eggs were in the dirt, and they hatched, and yeah, they were reintroduced here. Which means that what was in the soil, keeping it all aerated and everything before the earthworms got here, they're here now, and you can't exactly get rid of them. So what the heck? They're friendly little fellas. Every time it rains, I see a ton of them on the driveway, and I will pick a bunch of them up and throw them in the compost.
Really?
Yeah. Poor
I've
fellas.
never noticed. I hope I don't drive over them.
Well, they're
noticed.
It's usually very small ones. I think they're like little juveniles. And
That's not making me feel better.
They don't quite get it, and I think, all right, I don't know what you're doing in the driveway. They're trying to tunnel into the driveway, and I think you're not getting through the concrete, okay? So I'll just pick them up and toss them in. I pick up a bunch of them. Because, hey.
I don't drive that much in the rains.
You don't belong in the driveway, that much is for sure.
I try not to go out.
Might as well be in the good compost, and you'll like it. So they do.
Oh, good. You're going to be there, Alyssa. Awesome.
Excellent.
Yay. Wednesday. It's the new Thursday.
Copperheads and water moccasins. Noted
oh my
poisonous
gosh.
snakes.
Copperheads and water moccasins. Oh my gosh. Well, I saw a picture of your property. You got a lot of property.
Yeah. Got a beach.
Yeah.
So you might have such things.
We don't.
You have crops you don't want, like poisonous snakes.
Oh, this is spongy. Oh, okay. Our soil's clay.
Our soil is kind of junky. Because you tested it.
It's totally junky.
You tested it. All of you.
Yeah, it's nutrient free.
All of you chemists and biologists out there. She actually got the testing thing and said, "What's in the soil?" Not a lot.
Oh, Blossom Dairy. I love Blossom Dairy, Michael.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Errol picks up worms and puts them in the dirt.
They get confused. It's not like they have eyes or anything.
Good guys.
They don't know where they're going. So I think, put them back in the ground.
I just never thought to look for them.
I see them when it's rained and you go out there and it's just a fresh rain and it's just subsided and they come up because I think their holes get full of water. So they get a little confused. And I think, well, that's a drag. I can't save all of you, but I'll save a few of you. And that's just putting them back in the ground where they belong, and they aerate the soil and, compost, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And, of course, it gives the robins something to do because we have plenty of those as well.
Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of birds this year.
A lot of birds this year.
I feel like we have more birds than usual, which is great. I love them.
It may be an impression. Maybe we're just noticing them more. We did put out a bird feeder, which for the first year the birds are getting it instead of the squirrels. I finally figured out where to put it. Mm-hmm. The squirrels are looking around really confused, and they're like, well, how can I get at that? You can't, unless you're a flying squirrel. But the birds are going great. They're doing just fantastic. Mm-hmm. Very happy with that. So.
Got to be getting on time for our pineapple drink.
I need to make a mocktail myself, don't I?
No, we're sharing this one.
We are?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
I was going to try something.
What were we going to try?
Something I need to go get some tea.
No.
No.
No. It's time for our other pineapple drink.
All right, well, pour me some more of the seltzer there, and I won't actually top me up.
I will.
And whatever else you put in this baby.
You want some? I'll put some pineapple juice in it.
Put a lot in. There we go.
It'll be the drink again. All right. Because we have an exciting one planned.
Lightning bug larvae eat them too.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Well, everything eats something, right?
Okay.
I found that when we have the plants outside, that I never see aphids. And I'm going to infer that's because the wasps come along and feast. When you bring the plants in, aphid city. Like the pepper plants just become completely infested because the eggs are there. And you no longer have wasps to take care of all that. So I think, well, it's good that the wasps have a purpose for that because otherwise they're kind of pesky, particularly the yellow jackets.
I will be back momentarily.
I don't go out there like targeting such things. I think if you live out there, you have a reason to live out there. If you want to like put a nest in my house, I'm going to knock it down. And if it gets big, I'm going to have to get the spray. But And I think, hey, live and let live. If you were here, and if I were here, if you were here first, or if I were here first, whatever. If you start being really annoying, we got to take care of you. That's the thing. Ants come in the house, and I say, yeah, that's it, poison. Bye. Stay outside. There's plenty of ground to work on. Ants, just like the worms, they aerate the soil. They take care of the aphids. That's okay. And I do see a fair amount of beetles out there, including the ladybugs. They like to feast on aphids. I always welcome the ladybugs. They're fickle, though. They take off. And you can actually go online and buy a pint of them. They come cold, so they're all a little dopey, and then you put them out there, and then they take off. And they find somewhere else to go besides your garden. But I think if you can foment them coming around, that's good. It's like you can plant certain things that butterflies like, and that's good for things. Anti bed bugs. Oh. Yeah, wasp to step on. No good. I'm going to go ahead and agree with you there. I have not had that experience, but I've definitely had the experience of just standing around and didn't realize something had lighted on me, and I go like this, and suddenly, bang, right in my hand. I'm like, what? And of course the thing takes off like willy-nilly. Like, thanks a lot, dude. Hurts like hell. I do respect them. They tend to like spend their lives like chowing down on my wooden fence and going to build nests. If they do that out there somewhere, it's okay. Well, what do we have here?
Ta-da!
Boy, it's a pineapple.
The pineapple.
It's a pineapple. Hello.
Right.
Well, there's nothing quite like a fresh pineapple for a pineapple show.
I
We kind of had to do it, didn't we?
We're gonna put a drink in it.
And there's nothing quite like putting a drink in your pineapple.
Amen.
If you're wondering how to core a pineapple, well, you can spend a lot of time with a very thin knife trying very hard to get around that, or you can buy the little device that cores the pineapple.
Buy the thing.
It's probably going to cost you about $15 over at the supermarket. Do that if you want the fresh pineapple. Oh,
Sorry.
Boring owls. Owls are kind of fun. They take care of like the pesky stuff too. I mean, I will not stand for rodents in the house, so I think take care of the mouse out of the house, fellas.
I don't think we have owls.
I've not really seen owls.
No, I haven't either.
I've heard many times bats. Never seen them.
Yeah.
They're subtle.
I think we've seen them like a long time ago.
Yeah.
We saw bats.
You might have seen bats.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind them around. I wouldn't want them in the house because...
Don't they eat mosquitoes?
Apparently they eat their body weight every single day. I'm like, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Go to town.
Welcome, bats.
Welcome, bats, to the same old backyard that you laughed about. Yeah, welcome, bats. Please, come on down.
So,
I think we could...
Welcome back.
We could. Some people find them creepy. I'm like, I can coexist with something that chows down on them.
What?
Waspinator.
Mutant wasps.
Well, there is a...
Did you see it? Clay soil will lay a beat down on your basement walls. I think we're seeing that actually, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
So...
That might explain a few things.
There's also the, not the mutants, I think this is an ordinary species, but the murder hornets we've heard of for the past few years. The murder hornets. The real problem with them is they're an invasive species, which makes them pesty, and they chow down on honeybees. And that's already a problem with a population that's already stressed. So I think, hey, that's no good. Get out of here.
I haven't seen Buzzy lately.
Buzzy? Oh, yeah, we had this huge bee. It was not a murder hornet. It was not striped or anything.
Gigantic.
It was this thing about this big that's just buzzing around.
It was hanging around for a few weeks.
It was hanging around the house, and it was just like it was surveying. And I just would go up to this guy and say, "What?" And he'd survey me for a second. I'd say, "No," but he took off eventually. Don't know what was up with that.
I mean, I'm kind of sad. He was entertaining.
Tom, see you in 2 weeks.
All right. Yay.
Well, we'll see you here in 1 week in case you decide to show up. But in 2 weeks, we're going to see you on the ground at the grounds. I'm telling you.
Oh, you're not done with your first drink yet.
Having the watery dregs. There we go.
The watery dregs. That's a good name for a drink, actually.
Yeah, it was kind of dreggy.
Watery dregs. Are you done with this?
I'm done with this.
I will bus it.
If you would. And the glass would be fab.
I can bust that too.
Fabu.
All right. So maybe I'll have another sip of our mocktail before we move on to something a little more alcoholic.
Yeah, we do not have 120-year-old house problems, but we definitely have like 85-year-old house problems. And so far, not close enough for that.
Jamie, maybe it was a wood-boring bee.
Well, that may explain why the fellow was like cruising around the house so long, looking for a place to get in. And I think the house is sheathed in asbestos tile. So good luck with that, dude.
Gave up and went elsewhere.
Gave up and went elsewhere. I mean, I don't want you to boring into my neighbor's house either, but...
Diluted drinks, yes.
But interesting theory. I'd look into that. Word boring bees. Maybe I'll recognize this guy.
Cicada killer. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. This is just... Now I'm scared to go outside.
You know, if it kills cicadas...
Hi, Sherry.
Oh, yes. Definitely. I'm thinking to yourself, you could go...
Oh, Sherry, bats in the house is a hard no.
No.
I'm not okay with that.
No.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, this is the thing about a lot of these guys. The birds in the back are fairly harmless, but they perch on the fence and defecate, just like that. And I think...
Bat poo off the front porch. Oh, my gosh.
Seriously.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm learning so much.
I tell you.
Like, what we have to do something about our clay soil.
Big fun in house ownership.
Oh, geez. He says, when he lived at his parents' house, my father made a wooden address number sign and a bumblebee bored a hole in the sign. Oh, that was his home.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Bats and owls.
Wow.
Now I'm interested in Waspinator.
Jamie, tonight on Mutual's Omaha has bees and booze. Maybe that'll be our maybe we'll rebrand.
Jim is now entering the hornet's nest, unguarded. I am watching safely from the helicopter.
Mason bee. Okay, mason bees, carpenter bees. I wonder what we have.
I've got to wonder about this guy.
We have so many things flying around in our yard.
They were pretty impossible to even take a picture of, but I have an idea of the size of this thing. It was pretty large. But yeah, kind of looked like a bumblebee, but not fuzzy.
Oh, okay. Aubrey says, if bats come in your house, turn off all the lights, open a window, and keep all inner doors closed, and they will leave through the window. Good to know if that ever happens.
If they ever figure that out. I know that you try that with like insects, and they just bat around the lights forever in a day, and they never figure it out. But if the bats, I think, they have more intelligence going on.
Sherry says we had so many bats one year that I could find them. Oh my gosh.
Well,
wow.
Well, Bat Guano, if that is your name.
Oh my gosh. We had a bird accidentally end up in the house one time.
Between windows.
Between
each panes of window.
Fell between the panes of windows.
And it was just bopping around and bopping around.
Ugh. He got it out. It lived. It lived.
You suggested I find a little piece of the fish net that we have. I did. I managed to finally snare this fella. And I took him outside and said, all right, don't do that again. And now go and be
free.
And it
didn't, so...
And it took off for a second and hung out because it was a little traumatized.
The bees make the honey and we turn it into booze. Amen.
Mead! Now you're talking.
The Countess de Love. Get me a bromide. I love Countess de Love. L'amour.
Oh, l'amour. Oh, l'amour.
Toujours l'amour.
Echolocation, yes. They do have that ability. It's kind of fun.
Gettysburg, ma'am, I'm with you. If bats come into my house, I'm finding the first door window and exiting lickety-split. That's me.
All right.
I told Paul, like, if we ever have a problem like that, I'm moving.
Bye.
That will be my solution.
I'll be in a hotel.
We're moving.
I'll be in a hotel. You're going to tell me when the problem is taken care of by the exterminators, and there we go. But yeah, there are professionals for this.
Fireplace insert. We don't have a fireplace, so yeah.
Lucky enough for that. We actually do have a flue, but it's just from the furnace, and it's actually covered up. So.
Okay, so we're going to make this is not, it was not even originally planned for two, but it's got so much booze in it that we decided this would be a two-person drink.
This is a two-person drink.
The Bulu.
The Bulu.
And we got this recipe from the Pacifica House. Hawaiian cookbook. Yes.
Circa 1965. I don't know what Pacifica House was, but there we go.
Oh, I think Pacifica House is still around.
Oh, okay.
I think.
You know,
I'll have to look.
I'm going to put... Oh, you're putting that in there.
I'm going to put some in here, but...
Put them there, too.
Do you want to... We're going to blend it, too.
Yes, we are.
All right.
So, the Bulu is pretty boozy.
Do you hear the fireworks?
Hello. I'm hearing them. We've heard them for days.
Yeah.
Randomly. And some of them were pretty elaborate. And I think, who's having a display on like June 3rd? This was kind of weird. So, I don't know. Somebody decided to buy some stuff and blow it off. Okay. If I could see things popping up there, I would call that entertainment. I'm good with that.
Ice first?
Booze first and then ice. Okay. Because I don't want it to be melting.
All right.
Slightly
warm. Oh, we need the
here.
Demerara.
Yes, we do.
And the overproof.
So we need a whole bunch of stuff.
For a lot of rum.
And I'm going to go for that two-sided shot like you just said.
And I think they were advertising this as a... They didn't say anything about being for two. So
I'm looking at this.
This is the one drink you need all night.
And I'm saying, yeah. So we're going to start with, actually, we don't have a regular proof Demerara. So I'm going to sub.
We don't?
With something that sounds good. As a matter of fact, how about that bourbon corn?
I thought we did.
No, we do not. Haven't in a long time. If you can find yourself the Eldorado 5-year, or even just the Eldorado Dark, that's actually a very good mixing Demerara rum. So I'm going to go for...
Eldorado's Demerara?
Yep. So I'm going to...
Oh.
Eldorado 5 is a great Mai Tai rum.
Why did I think that was from somewhere else?
Nope.
Okay, well...
Take 1.5 ounces of the old port.
Okay.
Yep.
So far
it's an amber rum.
Yeah, 1.5 ounces of amber. So we're already up to 3 ounces of rum.
Mm-hmm. And
for a drink for one person.
We've just started. 3 ounces. Here's where it gets fun. Okay. There we are.
Now you can grab the Demerara.
3/4 of an ounce, 151. What? Okay. 3/4 of an ounce, 151 is about a shot worth of the regular. So I'm glad that it's just 3/4 of an ounce. I happen to have a great 3/4 ounce pour right here. So we happen to have the Lemon Heart, which is in fact a Demerara. I have seen the 151 much more easily than the 80 proof. So we really have to dig around to see if we can actually turn up a bottle of the regular. It's a very nice 80 proof rum. Haven't had it in the house in a long time. I don't really use a lot of the 151. It's good for flaming things.
Oh my gosh, this is sherry.
But for making a zombie, this is the stuff.
Sombrero. Oh, Abra's neighbors shoot off fireworks all summer. Oh, jeez.
Isn't it fun to have people who work with munitions? If I knew a professional, actually, I don't know what they call that. The people who actually specialize in.
Eric had a bird fly
then I'd be
his
interested.
apartment. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, another round of lightning. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, all right. So we got the Demerara, the amber, the overproof. Oh, and the dark Jamaican.
3/4 ounce dark Jamaican rum. Because we don't have enough rum in there. We need more rum.
Serves one.
Needs more rum. So there we go. Well, it's going to get more rum. This is why this is a drink for two. For one person, this is a bloody rum barrel. And yeah, I'm not driving. So here we go. The dark Jamaican. Happen to still have some Myers here. This handle is going down slowly. 3 ounces of pineapple juice. Well, here's our 1.5. I'll take the pineapple, please.
Okay.
Okay. La 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 la. And I think I'm about to kill the pineapple. Yeah.
We have. Do we need more? I got more.
You got more? I'll take more.
Well, in here.
In there. Yep.
In here, I got more.
And there we got it. 1.5 on the lime. I happen to have a perfect 1.5 pour that I squeezed earlier. I said that's all I need. It's going in the little glass. Kind of perfect, folks. Also 1.5 on honey, and I, to make these things smart, use the honey mix. I think all I've got here is 1.5, so I'm just going to dump this in. And there we go. The honey mix is, yes, stored in a little bottle, hot sauce bottle. Clean that out. It's easy to actually get it all in here. To make the honey mix, this is a 5-ounce bottle. You put in 2.5 of the honey, 2.5 of water. Actually, you put that in a measuring glass, heat it up in the micro, give it a stir, pour in the bottle. This is done. So there it goes. So, thank you.
You're welcome. Top that baby off.
How about that? And there we go. In the meantime, I added all of the honey mix and the lime juice and 1.5 ounces of chilled seltzer.
Oh, we need chunks of fresh pineapple.
Oh, yes.
All right.
If you've got that going on, I've got this going on.
Got it.
So, I'm going to measure this. I think a sort of a good heavy dash of this would be fine, but it's calling for a specific measure, so we'll do that. So far this is very boozy, very juicy, but it does have a substantial hit of the lime juice to make things happen. Boom. And boom. Put this guy over here, still anticipating, yes, getting something fun happening in there. I like that idea myself. There we go. Oh, shooting at the bats. I wouldn't shoot at bats, not considering what they eat for lunch.
Well, our core makes slices, so I brought a slice.
A slice. So, you know what? I'm going to actually chunk that up a little bit. Do some pieces. It is not those nice big chunks you get out of the can, which would be great. But this should work okay. These will munch up a little bit in here. Oh, before I go.
Wait. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no fireworks at the beach yet, Alyssa says.
Oh, wow.
Wait,
the dogs. Yes, the dogs are pleased. I hear that. The dogs get a little traumatized. Sorry for that. The fireworks are fun.
3 cups of 151.
Yeah, that was right.
Oh, no.
3 cups is like an entire bottle worth. There we go.
3 cups is an entire bottle.
It's 750 mil right there. 3 cups.
Oh.
All right. And then a bunch of ice.
All right.
We're going to do.
Pineapple for bowls are popular in Brazil. I love it.
Yep. Hey.
More lightning, Eric says. Oh my gosh.
Plenty of pineapples happening in Brazil, so they say, yeah, let's go to town. You got between that and the acai smoothies there on the beach. Batida. Let's go and blend that sucker. You can tell this is vintage. I'm getting a heavy ozone hit out of this baby.
Yep.
So, very carefully. I still got the pip in there, so I'm going to pull that back a bit. In we go. And it's all foamy from that pineapple juice. And we're going to have a bonus bit.
I was going to say there's extra.
There's an extra. Hello.
All right. I brought straws.
Straws.
Oh, but before we delve in, let's add some pineapple sage.
Why not? We've got
Since
it.
I chopped it.
You've got you could probably just add that whole sprig in there.
We could.
Yeah.
Although now it looks weird.
A little decimated.
So, yeah. Okay.
We're adding leaves back to the pineapple. There we go. A lovely sort of thing. Pineapple sage. Never heard of it.
I meant that.
Suddenly, we've got it available, and
we have like
we're using it. A sprig.
A sprig. We could put the sprig in too.
Christmas twig.
All right.
All right, folks. Trying the Bulu.
It's very good.
The Bulu is deceptive.
It's delicious.
It's awfully nice. And you would probably have that yourself and say, "Oh, this is great. I'd like another." Well, you just had 5 drinks. I'm just saying, you know, because the actual total amount.
It's the one to have when you're having one.
Having one. The total amount of hooch in there. Let's see, 3 ounces, 3 3/4 ounces, and then another 1.5 because that's 3/4 ounce of 151. Well, that's basically 1.5 ounces of 80 proof.
So
right there.
Like right now, it's the equivalent of 5 1/4 ounces.
1, 2, 4.5, 5 1/4 ounces of 80 proof booze in this thing. That's easily 2 regular strength drinks. Actually, 2 kind of heavy drinks. Probably 2.5. So if you had like 2.5 of that Royal Hawaiian that I poured earlier, you're looking at it right here. But it looks so good in the pineapple.
It
does. Doesn't it?
Oh, hi, David. David says my favorite drink. I can see why. It's quite good.
Serve your chili. Oh, big fun.
Mm.
You know what we did once? We took the pineapple and we did remove.
I put dip in it.
Remove the center core. It was good with dip in it, and then we also put some charcoal
3 cups.
some charcoal briquettes in the pineapple and made it into the pineapple grill. And I grilled some Spam on it, and it worked. It's a bit of work, but it eventually worked. You know.
Yeah, Alyssa, I'm glad for the dogs about the fireworks because I know they don't.
Yeah, the poor fellas.
Yeah.
It's traumatizing with all that banging around. They don't get what's going on. Nobody actually taught them how the fireworks are fun.
3 cups of 151.
Boing! Can I get a straw? Here we go. I mean, this is an excellent product. This was actually off the market for a second because it changed distributors and manufacturers and blah, blah, blah.
Was it off the market or was it just not available here?
It was not available anywhere.
Oh, okay.
And I believe it was taken over by a company in Canada. Let me see if that actually says anything about this.
I don't know. We've had that bottle for a long time now.
Demerara Distillers USA, Plantation, Florida. Okay. Product of Ghana. Somebody says nothing whatsoever about Canada. Definitely a Guyanese rum. It is actually made according to the standard it always was. It is an excellent 151 with some nice flavor to it. There are very few 151s on the market that actually have some character and some color. Usually they're fairly clear product because 151 is high proof. You know, when you distill it that high, you don't have a lot of color left. So they managed to get that back in there.
We like Sandra Lee and her 2 shots of vodka.
Oh yeah, pour.
And Sandy.
Pour. Good old Aunt Sandy. She was hilarious with that. She'd make these big, sweet, beachy drinks and be like, "Oh, here's my cocktail." I'm like, "That is not a cocktail, honey." And it's full of blue curacao.
If you go search on her on YouTube, you can find her a shot of vodka, glug, 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 glug.
People, seriously.
Oh, yeah. It's Sandy.
Oh, the classics.
Yes. And Tablescape. It was so funny because I remember my mother-in-law, we would talk about TV chefs. I say chefs in quotes because Aunt Sandy apparently went to the Cordon Bleu for 2 weeks. But anyway, I said I loved her because I love her. Anyway, talking about that with my mother-in-law, she's like, "Oh, and her tablescapes." That was what she immediately homed in on. She is comedy gold. I don't know whether or not I should. I'm not gonna go into it because I don't want to start a conversation. But just if you haven't Googled Sandra Lee's Kwanzaa cake, I recommend you do it. It's just terrifying. 2.5 in 1 drink. Don't drink that on an empty stomach. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Seriously, folks. By the way,
I raised the specter of the Kwanzaa cake.
Speaking of which,
you.
oh, the Kwanzaa cake. I wasn't going to mention that. That's off limits.
Yeah.
But then we start talking about such things. You know what I mean?
I wasn't advocating the Kwanzaa cake.
No.
I highly recommend you don't make the Kwanzaa cake. It's, yeah. It's not ready for prime time. Yeah, oh yeah, Aubrey, yes, we're in New York too. We used to call her the first girlfriend. Yes. The cake. Oh yeah, okay, Robert's seen it. The Kwanzaa cake. Oh.
By the way,
I thought we needed some,
more fun.
Yeah, I thought we needed some color in here. So
more fun with an umbrella.
You read my mind.
Read my mind. Ah, yes. Well, that's when we used to actually have a first man, that is a governor, who, through a long period of time was one of the few people talking sense. And then, of course, I had to leave office in disgrace. So, you never know.
Well, it's New York,
It's like the universal...
We're full of entertainment.
Universal explanation for anything. Yeah, it's New York. There you go.
Oh.
So anyway.
Robert challenged us to make a good one.
A good what?
Kwanzaa cake.
Good grief. I'm immediately consulting the local chapter of the NAACP.
I know.
I'm going to go anywhere near that one.
I know, right?
And they'd be like, we don't do Kwanzaa cakes. I'm like, oh, okay, sure.
A barscape, yes, a barscape.
Barscape. Mm-hmm.
We could totally do that.
We, there are things...
Barscape.
We can do a barscape, yeah, sure.
I try to for parties. The bars end up getting really crowded, but...
They do. The bars are places for people to congregate. It's much like at parties, people congregate in your kitchen because that's where the food is. And that's where the drinks frequently come from.
I like to do tablescapes for our crawl rooms at Ohana.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
This year's crawl
table
room,
scatter.
This year's crawl room is going to be in our tents, so...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how intricate it will be, but... It'll be entertaining.
It will have decor.
I promise entertainment.
There'll be decor, a cupcake stand, lighted cupcake stand, and plenty of table scatter. Yes. We have to start setting this up early so I can figure out how to assemble the cupcake
the banana dolphin, Michael.
Oh, yeah. You learned how to make that.
I learned how to make it from gravy.
Mm-hmm.
The rep from Sailor Jerry.
Sailor Jerry.
Yeah.
Gravy. Mm-hmm. Gravy was fun. Gravy was slightly obscene, as I recall. He was just letting it fly. But he was hilarious. So.
And he taught me how to make a banana dolphin.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot to it, but it looked so cool when you did it.
It did.
Yeah.
Now they call it High Tide Summer Festival. Back then it was Asbury Park Surf Music Festival. But,
yep.
Yeah.
Same event.
But he was teaching us.
Happens at Asbury. That was in the big building there at Asbury, and we're just in the convention center. Yeah, the convention center, which looks like it's been there for like 120 years.
It's been there a long time.
It's got that look to it, but kind of a classic beachy joint. Kind of fun. And then, like at that point in time, all the bands were on the beach. It was really cool. So like some really good stuff.
The weather was beautiful that year.
I remember watching the who was it? Los Straight Jackets, not the Los Straight Jackets. Los Straight Jackets. I'm rambling here, and I'm like starting to sound kind of stupid. But yeah, just Los Straight Jackets, and it was really dark, and miles behind them you could see fireworks going off.
It was
somewhere north of the coast. It was really pretty cool. So that worked well.
They were kind of going off all up and down the coast. So
there were several places.
Yeah. So that was really nice.
We've seen that around here. Suddenly, like closer to 1 month from now, you'll see them start to like bang off, and you'll see lights over there, and like I don't know who that is. You can kind of figure out who's doing what.
I think some of them are just people's houses.
Possibly.
Just blowing off fireworks.
I just want roof access. I would not go up on our roof. It's really steep. But if I had like
you've accessed our roof.
If I had a little like observatory up there, I'd just get up there in a chair and some bug spray and take a look around. Oh, okay, who's blowing off fireworks today?
Although
you see pretty far up there.
I still don't. Not our roof, because the trees are still higher than our roof.
If you actually get up that high, so I've been that high to put sand on the roof, you can see pretty far. I'm just saying, around the neighborhood. All
right. Well, I guess I've never been on our roof.
So
maybe I'll go.
We'll have to check it out. I put the ladder up.
Create an observatory.
I would be really happy with that. You'd have to have a flat place up there, you know. We have no Widow's Walk up there. That's a very unfortunate name for such things.
We do?
We do not.
I was going to say.
I said
first
we
heard
have
about it.
No Widow's Walk is what I'm trying to say. This is not that era of house. It's also not on the coast, so there's no point.
Oh, Gettysburg, ma'am. I have made hair flowers. I did not make this one.
Yeah.
I bought this one at Tiki Oasis.
Oh, I remember the gal made that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It says on the inside of it who it is. I can get you her name if you're interested.
So, definitely see you, Peter, in Newtown at all.
Peter. Good to see you.
Very nice to see you all. Particularly nice to see our locals because, hey, we can see you in person. And if we do not normally see you in person, we would like to. So
we would.
If you happen to be passing through our little neck of the woods, let us know.
Oh, Michael says, is it Stone Pony? Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's right there.
I know exactly where that is.
There are like 2 venues that are right there on the beach. There's one of them, and they've been there since, I don't know, probably 50 years plus. Certainly, it's a joint that has launched 1,000 bands. Among them, probably the most famous, Mr. Springsteen in the East Street. Well, there's an institution right there. But probably like other New Jersey's locals, who am I thinking of? The Smithereens probably like cut their teeth at the Pony. The Feelies probably cut their teeth at the Pony. It's one of those joints, you know? You spend a lot of time at the beach there, and you just like, you pay your dues playing like five sets a night to a bunch of drunks, and like, hey, you learn how to play rock and roll. There you go. What was the joint that we actually saw?
Wonder Bar.
Wonder Bar's right there. More recent. Fun. Has a real like Coney Island theme going on. But hey, same era for Asbury. And we saw Dick Dale. That was potentially like, that was easily among the last gigs he played. And he...
It's just sad.
You know, but he was at that point. And his band was great. And he was loud! Dick was always loud!
Well, it was funny because I feel like a lot of the people who were there to see Dick Dale weren't necessarily there for the festival.
Yeah.
Because some of those people were a little intense.
They were.
And I feel the people at the festival were not intense. Mm-hmm. So I think they were just there for Dick Dale.
Interesting. But hey, you know, the bar is there.
Yeah.
Bar is there for unsolicited patrons. If you're just passing through, you want to pay your fare and get in. Hey, fun place.
It was really fun. I want to get back. I want to get back to Asbury Park. There's more in there.
There is more in there. If we grow low, I can definitely top her upper. But I've been taking it easy on this one because this is strong for two, much less one. So. Oh.
John Eddie. Oh, Queasy with Heights. Oh, yeah.
I hear it.
I think it depends. Like, I saw... What were we watching? There was some... Was this just on a TV show? Or I forget what this was, but they were talking about, like, this really, really high, like, on a high-rise, but a glass floor. Mm-hmm. It's like, I think that would bother me. Being like many, many, many stories up in, like I could go up to the top of the Empire State Building, no problem.
Sure.
But I think not.
You have 8-foot high walls around you with barbed wire.
You being able to see through the floor, I think, would be an issue for me.
I believe that the new building, World Trade One, the recent building, actually does have the glass floor, so you can go up there and go, yeah.
I would try it.
It'll flip you.
I think I would announce to the people I was with that I may or may not step out onto that. I would try.
I tell you.
Hi, Dan. Hey, Dan.
Speaking of Book 'em Dano.
Yay! We were talking about your drink earlier, the Dano Booksome.
Dano Booksome. And as a matter of fact, at lunch we were playing...
The Clams.
Before the Storm. Hello. Yes. Big fun. Had some good time with that. You know, I'm usually playing something off of like one of these streaming services, and I took a look and I said, none of this looks good. What have I got on my phone? Oh, I got the Clams. Boom, done. Easy. Yeah, that was kind of great.
It was great.
And we were just talking before that about, like heights and all that. I think that the building in particular we were seeing on the tube, that was either Singapore or Dubai. Dubai has some fantastically tall buildings, of course. I believe the tallest in the world is Indonesia. If I'm not mistaken, which is Petronas. I could be wrong about that. It's out of the Burj. It's like there are these massive, like pointlessly tall buildings.
Oh yeah.
And of course they have to have something like the roller coaster that like falls off to a dead stop. I think that's in Singapore. Just to make your heart stop, that kind of stuff. Big fun. I'm not going to ride that. I'll do the death drop on the thing over at the Six Flags.
Although I learned quite by accident, I learned the secret of a roller coaster that you get on, and after you're already strapped in and it's moving, and you think, I've made a big mistake, and
Wrong.
I don't want to do this. Just close your eyes.
And what do you know?
And it's all visual. Mm-hmm. It's all visual, because I did that one time. It was one of those where they take you up a number of stories and then just drop you.
Ye old death drop.
And as we're getting higher and higher and higher, I was like, I don't want to be here right now.
You still the heart?
And I just closed my eyes, and the next thing I knew, it was over.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Oh, big vote for the clams there from Lisa.
Yes! Oh my gosh, it was so much. We were talking about that when the clams were here.
So just a note here. So if Dan is still here, because he must be, because I just commented.
Oh, Gettysburg, man, we're Christmas freaks too. You can talk about Christmas in July all you want.
Making a plug here. Drop the link for the clams. You got more records for sale? Because, you know, this audience, if they have not been hip to the clams yet, should be. Drop the clams on us so that we know where to get them.
Hip to the clams.
Lisa knows about them. I'm just saying that the rest of the audience maybe not be familiar. But they did play on the show 2 years ago, and also played our party last year. So, yeah, good fun. Let's sell some clams records. I enjoy ours. It's on a bigger record. It's a lot of fun. Sounds great. Sounds fantastic.
It does.
It's really cool.
Amazing.
And you get a download code. I got it on my phone, too. You know, so I just played that wherever, whenever.
I get it on my phone.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's easy.
I was on the train yesterday. And I don't know, they've changed the way you sync your phone, and it's not as easy anymore.
Yeah.
And there were just 2 people. They were not talking loudly, but I don't know what it was, but their voices were legit driving me nuts. So I put on my headphones, and I realized how little music was actually in my phone. It started playing my voice lesson back at me. I'm like, I don't need to listen to this.
Not right now.
On the train. Yeah, it was, I need to get some music on my phone. ASAP.
We were talking about very high buildings with glass floors. And I'm trying to think,
I'm Christmas addicted too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Christmas stuff. Hello.
Yeah.
Well, you know, at this exact point in time, we are some 6 months off from the time when you need to be thinking about what's going on the tree, and you just got to start thinking about prezzies. So we have a Christmas record, and if anybody doesn't have it, let us know, because we can sell you a copy. $14
We also have a download code.
We also have a download code in there. You don't have to play the record, but it's a lot of fun to look at. And if you have a record player, you do have to play the record.
Yes, we will come to your house and make sure you're playing the record.
We'll make sure you're playing the record. I'm not going to send the phonograph police. I will trust that you're playing the record. Big fun.
I'm finding it. It's making sure it's still in our store.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'll drop the link.
To your original Christmas
Gettysburg
songs.
Ma'am gave me a great opening. Thank you for that.
Well, hello.
I'm going to drop the link.
Isn't it time for a little
to our Christmas
music?
record.
We still have copies. One can be yours for the low, low price of. If you're going to see us up at this Ohana thing, we will have copies. If you don't have a copy yet.
Oh, Jungle Birds and Chicken. That sounds amazing, Phil.
Hello. Bon appetit to you, sir and ma'am.
Yes.
Yep. But definitely. Well, we listen to Christmas music.
I can't wait to see everyone.
With regularity. I listen to it all year long because I make a collection. So I need to know what I'm going to put on there. I need to hear things I haven't heard before. I will get hip to something and realize that's available. You know, sometimes it's from old 45, and I just look up on YouTube. And
Dan's on our Christmas record too.
True too.
Dano, who's here.
I was talking about.
I
was hoping he'd draw some link to the clams, but he actually wrote the music to the song, and he is playing guitar because we invited him in.
That's
right.
We
thought that was only appropriate. Now, Christmas movies too. Yeah, we have to start early. We're kind of starting in October with the Christmas movies so that we can get through them all because there's a lot of stuff and time grows short.
Making a plug here. Errol. Yeah, well, we started. Yes, Alyssa Dano's here. He's here on YouTube. I had the pineapple sage in there. So that's just dirty.
Just dirty water that it is shot too.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was I saying?
You were talking about.
Oh, okay. 25 days isn't enough to celebrate Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I would always say, like, we can't start Christmas movies until after Thanksgiving because it aesthetically felt wrong to me. And then we were running out of time to watch all of our Christmas movies. So I'm like, yeah, we can start in October.
Let's start earlier.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people will do specific things. Halloween's a big, big thing for people. And they'll spend the entire month doing. And I think, oh, we definitely decorate for Halloween. You've seen it on the show. We do a Halloween tree. The tree goes up then so that it's ready for Christmas. And in the meantime, it becomes the Halloween tree and then the Thanksgiving tree. So plenty goes on.
Oh, you're going to re-garnish?
Re-decor.
He took the garnish out. Now he's putting it back.
Mm-hmm. I took it out because I thought it would make a big mess if I tried to pour.
Drank the garnish water.
I drank the garnish water. It sounds all wrong. It wasn't bad, though.
Maybe it has extra nutrients.
Well, you know, some leaching out from the pineapple sage, which if you can find it, it's a lot of fun. It does actually smell like pineapple. Mm-hmm. You could use it in cooking. That would be like lemongrass or something. Aromatic herbs.
You can use it in salads.
Not for use in salads.
I knew you would say that.
Mm-hmm. Truth is, I'm going to try one of these leaves because I haven't actually sampled it. They are totally edible.
I'm pretty sure I've used it in salads.
We haven't had that one. Well,
you look unsure.
It's a little more vegetal than pineapple.
Well, yeah, because it's sage.
But I would definitely, and it doesn't taste very sagey either. Like sage has a distinct,
right? I'm gonna have one.
Just distinct flavor to it, and we even have a liqueur that's flavored with sage. But I would have it in salads. I was just thinking it would have more of a distinct pineapple aroma on the tongue.
I like it.
Maybe it's just not quite there yet.
I like it. It doesn't taste like sage to me. Well, I mean, I like sage, but yeah.
It's still growing in. We have recently introduced it to our organic compost, so it's going to town. It's getting
okay. Errol says a lot of your big name seed companies sell pineapple sage. Oh. This was the first time I'd seen it, but I was like, pineapple? Yeah. What? I guess we don't get those kinds of things around here.
Well, I'm sure we have access to all of this, and certainly over at the big stores there, they have all manner of seeds. I put some pepper seeds into some little pots this year, and they are taking forever to come in. So I don't know. I probably just didn't do it right. I do not have the green thumb in necessarily, and I do not have a greenhouse anymore. So I can't just go and do that. But when we had a greenhouse, it was way too hot in there for seedlings. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was no joke.
It was pretty good for a schwitz in August, I'll tell you.
Hi, Tricia. Good to see you.
Oh, wow. Okay. I would be glad to plant this in the ground. The mint comes back every year. Absolutely.
The sage should come back. Well, animals eat it. Yeah. That's the thing with us.
Yeah.
We have every animal
in creation.
Yeah.
You know, what do we got going on? We've got it. We got the groundhogs. I think they're actually living back there. Possums, skunks, squirrels, of course. Deer. What else do we have going down there? Any manner of avians. And what other small things? We have seen mice kicking around. They're not welcome, but they're out there somewhere. And chipmunks, definitely seen. What else infests suburbia? I think we've got it.
We have seen the occasional bear.
I have not.
I have.
You saw bear? I've never seen bear.
Not at the house, but up
there?
Up the hill.
Our neighbors talked about seeing bears cross the
yeah,
street.
Apparently there have been bears on their street. But, yeah. People are like, did you see the bear? I'm like, actually, I think it was a group of bears, but...
Borrowing a neighbor's dog, that's a fun idea. We used to have like 2 hounds from hell next door, but they have left. And they would bark at everything. So I hear you. Definitely. They kept the deer away.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, Lisa. Oh, thank you. Oh, the extravaganza tour of the trees.
Oh, yeah. That's fun. It's fun to do that.
Ooh, Elizabeth says,
different every year.
Fried pineapple sage leaves with apple sausage. Oh, my gosh. That sounds amazing.
You're using it. Well, this stuff is actually coming in pretty strong, and it's early June. I'm feeling that by early August, this is going to be huge. So we better start using it.
Okay, Errol says pepper seeds need a soil temp of about 80 degrees and a week or two. Okay, so it probably just hasn't been warm enough yet.
It probably hadn't got there. That's the whole greenhouse application. I got this like seedling container that had a clear cover to work as a greenhouse. And if I'd had the appropriate conditions, it would have been just fine. But yeah.
Listen, you had a bear at the beach. What?
What?
What? How did I miss this? Did you post it? I'm going to go look at your page.
Yeah,
okay,
hello.
All right.
Excuse me, surfing bear? What?
Surfing bear.
I think we're going out on a limb here.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
not good. Oh, the cayenne and everything. I've heard that too.
Yeah.
That's what you can buy those cakes, the suet cakes for the birds, and the ones with the hot peppers are supposed to really deter the squirrels. So perhaps that is the case. And I think I don't mind deterring the squirrels because they eat everything else and they've hidden enough nuts. They're doing fine.
Oh, it was a few years ago. Okay. I was like, how did I miss this?
Crazy.
That is hilarious. Yeah, there was...
What?
The funny thing is when I saw the bear up the hill from our house, it was early in the morning and I was driving home from dropping you at the train station, actually.
Been a while.
And there were all these police cars lined up, like just probably 6 or 7 of them. And all these police were just like in the street wandering around. And it's like, oh my God, what happened? And they're just, nothing looks urgent. They're just all kind of hanging out. And then you just see this bear trundling down the street like,
hi. Oh, that's the issue.
Someone obviously called them and they had no idea what to do. It just walked into the woods and walked away. So,
well, that's where the bears come from.
Good night, Gettysburg, ma'am.
We will see you in 7 short days. No question.
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh, bars of fragrance. Yeah. Oh, I've heard that.
Leather up with Ader Spring. I try it. It's cheap enough. Hot pepper seeds. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that the birds are good with the pepper seeds, and they will actually chow down on that. We'll have to see if they decide to go like nuts on those plants this year. And last year we had the chili with the Thai bird peppers actually.
Oh yeah. Oh, we need to get those back.
Tiny little guys. That actually is a very attractive plant and is extremely productive. And those peppers are fiery. So that was a lot of fun to use those in cooking. I just throw them in whole. Easy to harvest. It produced so much I really couldn't use it all because they just don't cook that much without pepper. But we had fun with it. And we did do the hots last year. We were growing scorpion and ghost pepper. I harvested some and dried them, and I haven't done anything with them yet, but they're just waiting.
The bear remembered his picnic basket.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. It was very,
yeah, really.
It was kind of Yogi Bear.
Yeah, boo-boo buddy.
It was very
I don't think we should be here, Yogi.
It was very Yogi.
No, you should not.
I mean, to the point where you see it and you're like, did you escape from a circus? It was kind of,
what?
Yeah, it was.
What's that again?
It just it was entertaining itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the bears are extremely opportunistic, like a lot of these scavengers. And if they smell food, they're all over it. And increasingly, their habitat is very close to suburbia. And suburbia frequently has a lot of attractive stuff out back. So the bears will find like your old pumpkins and apples and your compost heap. And what do you know? Food.
We get the occasional wild turkey around here. Not the booze, the actual.
Have heard them out there? They make a lot of noise, actually.
Yeah.
I believe that Dano and Elaine can talk to us about wild turkeys. I think they get those with regularity. Yep. So.
Oh, you can bring the peppers in for the winter. Yeah.
Ah, gotcha. I would love to do that, and every time I do that, they get aphids. So I've got to figure out, maybe I just need to grab a pint of the ladybugs and let them loose. I'm going to end up with a lot of dead ladybugs inside.
Well, I don't want that.
They'll feast on the little guys.
I don't want that.
It's a mature insect. It's going to die at some point in time.
I don't want to invite one insect into my house to feast on another insect and then die. You
can feast on all the aphids you want. No problem. Kill them all. Seriously. All they do is eat my plants.
I'm not pro-aphid. Don't get me wrong.
No.
I'm just saying that
all they do is eat my plants.
Yeah, but I don't know. The ladybugs are cute.
They are. They're very dear little fellas. Gals. So. I assume that there are fellas too, otherwise there wouldn't be that many ladybugs. So.
Jim Nesbitt's
running. Yeah, seriously. Yeah,
Michael.
we get this, we get that, we get everything. Mostly, I have not seen the larger mammals out there, the smaller fellas.
Ladybugs come inside on their own anyway. Yeah, I mean, we've had the occasional one, but I was thinking of like inviting them in to kill.
Well, they're just eating. That's all.
I know, but
they're not killing as much as they're
wrong
just.
To me.
They're just eating.
It feels wrong to say, "Please come into my house, feast, eat, grow large with food."
Grow large with aphids.
And then, yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know what else eats the aphids is the ants, and you don't want those in your house at that time. So I'll stick with the beetles.
Yeah.
Beetles good. More beetles in the world than anything else.
I'm good with beetles. I'm even okay with small spiders.
Mm-hmm. If they're not these massive things like you mutant Amazonian spiders that you see in the garden sometimes.
I'm not okay with spiders that can kill me.
But tiny little things, I say, you're just going to eat the flies. Go to town. That's fine. Stay in the corners. I don't kill spiders. I might shoo them around a little bit. Sometimes they look a little fierce and slightly large. But they're very skittish. They know that they think that you want to eat them. I don't want to eat them. You know what they could eat? They could eat all the stink bugs. Yeah.
We've been taking centipedes outside lately.
Centipedes are good for chowing down on stuff, so I will actually just kind
Channel
of
Morticia Adams and invite them.
Come in.
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome, ladybugs.
Welcome to our garden and our interior places. Gomez. Roommates. You know, I've heard that they will eat everything else that's in there. So if you have other pesky bugs, the centipedes will do. Yeah, they really have an image problem, but otherwise they do their job. They do their job. As long as they stay in the basement, I'm good. It's damp down there.
Oh wait, okay,
mountain lions.
Hold on.
Ooh, it's a cougar.
Ooh, mountain lions. Oh my gosh, Elizabeth.
Uh-huh. Wow. Mm-hmm.
They hang out next to the air conditioners in side yards. Oh my gosh. That would be weird. I'm reading Eric's comment.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, the turkeys...
The wild turkeys.
The wild turkeys are rather large. So, and they poof themselves up and they look even bigger. So they can look a little, menacing. I know that geese, of course, are quite menacing. And
they're not trustworthy.
You don't want to try to go petting a wild goose or anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
Centipedes are the apex predators of the bugs in your house.
Hello.
You know, that's why I don't want to kill them.
No.
They're creepy.
If they're creepy, I think that's just a PR problem.
Or you know what? If they stay in the basement,
I'm good. Stay down there. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can crawl over everything. I know. It's just we put it down there. I got to be good with it.
Yeah.
But if you just stay your peace and just eat stuff and then eventually desiccate, that'll just sweep up some dead bodies eventually, and away we go. You did your job. But there are all sorts of tiny little things. Gnats come in during the fall, etc., and we got to take care of that.
Oh, Errol says we don't kill spiders unless they're black widows or brown recluses. Yeah.
Well, those are...
Don't brown recluses kill people?
So do black widows. Yes.
Well, yeah, but I mean... Yeah.
The recluse,
who was that
poisonous
rock star who got killed by a brown recluse?
Oh, I don't know. That's some kind of recluse.
I gotta look it up. Hold on.
It's not a very good name for a spider that kills people. Oh, it's a recluse. Well, if you stayed in your corner, that wouldn't be a problem. So.
Brown recluse spider. Okay, hold on.
Slayer guitarist.
Yeah, I remember
Jeff
this.
Hanneman.
From 2013.
Was that Dimebag? Oh, no, that's a different guy.
Okay. Slayer guitarist Jeff Hanneman thought he
necrotizing fasciitis.
Oh, no, not okay. Not okay. Apparently killed by a brown recluse spider.
He was 49. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Eric says the only centipede I like is the
video game.
Oh, so we had a bit of a scorpion problem last fall. No. They only bite when cornered. Normally
Okay.
they avoid people. Okay. I feel like a lot more people would be getting killed by them if they killed lots of people.
Yeah.
But still.
It doesn't sound that common, ultimately.
Sherry says I call them icky peas.
Icky. Yeah. They really, really have an image problem.
Nope.
They need better PR. The fact is, if the centipedes just never showed themselves, like they'd be like, okay, sure.
Nope. Alyssa's comment. Nope.
And I will say about all such things inside your house, like, if they are feasting on each other, okay, if you stay away. And I will say that about spiders, they're tiny compared to you. So basically they think that you're trying to eat them. So don't corner them. It's like skunks. You're much larger than a skunk. A skunk thinks that you're trying to eat it too. So it will defend itself. So don't corner a skunk.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Robert says, if you have centipedes, you won't have roaches.
Yeah.
They also eat bed bugs. Knock on wood, we haven't had roaches or bed bugs.
Haven't had roaches since the urban environment. In suburbia, I don't see roaches.
Oh, daddy longlegs are not spiders, believe it or not.
I don't know. All
right. I haven't
scorpions.
seen a daddy longlegs in a long time. Actually.
I see them around.
Do you?
We have them in the cellar. They feast on things. And I will say, gee, what was I about to say?
Granddaddy longlegs. Oh my gosh. Their mouths are too small to bite you. And we used to just pick them up and play with them. Oh, Lisa, that's cute.
Well, a spider does have a tiny mouth, but it'll bite. So if it's a poisonous thing, I wouldn't go mucking around with it. And I will say that of the skunks I've seen out back and various places, they're pretty skittish. You could go chasing them around if you're an idiot, but if you just let them do their piece, they'll go and find grubs in your garden and stuff like that. That's what they eat on, That's fine. And they're nocturnal. They're not going to see you during the day. That's fine. Although so are deer, and we've seen deer during the day a lot in the past 10 years, so they're just out and about.
Oh yeah, there's one that's been hanging out during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Next to the driveway. I named it Tickhead.
Yes, well, they of course carry deer ticks, which are a vector for disease. So I'm not that interested in the deer hanging out in my yard. Just saying. I tend to go out and scare them off a bit because I don't need them around
Tickhead's
here.
a daytime deer.
I don't need them hanging out around here. If they want to eat all my grass before I mow it, that's fine. But you know what? They're just going to drop bugs. So, bye.
Well, Tickhead's been hanging out right where our neighbors planted their garden, but fortunately, they put up a fence.
They put up a large, tall sort of thing, so it's going to be a little difficult for them to get there. And we had to replace our fence, and now it is 6 feet high, so I think we're going to have fewer issues in back. Yeah.
Oh, praying mantis. Oh, yeah. We used to get those a lot. Praying manti?
Mantids.
Mantids?
Yes.
We used to get praying mantids a lot coming in through our office window.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Yeah, they would just come right in.
Oh.
And I guess we must have had a gap.
Yeah. Enough to get in.
Yeah.
And they're probably attracted by the heat or air currents or something, and they get in, they can't get out. And I think there's nothing for you inside here.
When I say it, I say it now, and then I'll encourage them to come back because I haven't seen one lately.
So there's a video up on YouTube of a praying mantis taking down a murder hornet. This is slightly violent, so don't go there if you're of that sort. But if you're not a fan of invasive bees, check it out.
Here it says,
it's kind of fun.
Praying mantis is my favorite alien.
Yeah. Well, they eat a lot of things that are pretty pesky, so I'm okay with the mantids. They also eat their mates, which is sort of par for the course with evolution now, isn't it?
Oh, skunks are so flipping cute, Robert says. Oh.
Oh, wow. Well,
I have a good after-hours skunk story. I don't want to tell it while we're all live, but maybe if we do like a
after party,
Patreon after party or something, I'll tell the skunk story.
Do people actually know how to tip us, by the way?
Oh, no.
Could they?
Have you ever seen an orchid mantis? All right.
Wow.
All right. I'm
Interesting.
terrible about this, but I'll put up how you can tip us.
Mm-hmm. We wanted that to be live tonight, and
I hate doing
things
this.
conspired against us again, but we're trying.
Not Velveteen Lunge. Velveteen
No lunge.
Lounge.
That'll do it.
Trying to post. Okay, there we go. Glendora's skunk story. You just gave me a great idea. It was not Glendora's skunk story,
Next
but
episode.
maybe it will be Glendora's
Next
skunk
episode.
story now. All right, I'll put it on YouTube too.
Praying mantis will take down hummingbirds? Wow. Jeez. Good in the garden, yeah. Yeah, they'll chow down on those things. It's like all the beetles that and I think fireflies will chow down on aphids too. I think, well, good. Earn your keep, and you're pretty too. So, if anybody here is interested in supporting the show in a very direct way, we have a Venmo page, and you can just throw us a tip. Is there a friends and family thing that people have to do, or how do they do it?
Nope.
Okay, so just Venmo. If you have enjoyed the broadcast,
And to our patrons who are watching us this evening,
you're already supporting us. I'm not asking you.
supporting
I'm
us.
not asking you to also Venmo, but patronage is one thing. It is specific and it is monthly, and we appreciate that to do that. If you just think I could do I could do a one-off kind of thing, Venmo is there for that, and we would appreciate that. So I know that all the DJs now, if you go up on Twitch, of course they're like constantly with how here's the tip jar, I got it, yeah. So I thought we ought to have one too, because people ask us sometimes, how can we help support the show? I mean, we have no sponsorship tonight. This pineapple, you just went and bought that. The liquor, we all bought the liquor.
It wasn't that much.
So, the pineapple wasn't that much.
It wasn't
that much really.
Cover that.
But we have in the past had sponsors for various products. We always announce when that is, because that's a legal thing, and we do not have any at current. So
Glendora's mom versus the skunk.
I know who's going to lose that one. And yeah, which mommy, by the way? Just asking. Yeah.
This is such a good story, and I'm
Writes
afraid
itself.
to. I got to figure out how to make this work. I don't want to humiliate anyone I actually know, and this actually happened to someone I know.
Yeah. You're not going to tell it right now.
No,
It's an
no,
after-hour story.
I'm not going to tell it.
After our story.
But I have to try to figure out how to fold it into a Glendora storyline.
You've already folded one of those good stories in there, and perhaps we'll find another interesting pink things. So.
Oh, right. Paul loves to do a fire. Yeah.
I don't like to pile the brush up as much as I like to put it in the bin and allow the acidity to take it away. But if it's really dry stuff, it's fantastic kindling. So I'll just put it in the chimenea and then start putting like little bits of broken fence around it. And then if I need some good lumber, go across the street because there's plenty of fallen maples. And I'm like, hardwood, just drag one of those home, take the chainsaw, zip, zip, zip. Take the axe, split them apart. You got all these logs. Makes great coals. I've cooked on that. Fantastic.
He has.
Fantastic. Good for smoking too. So you might as well. It's all going to decay anyway.
Pour some of our. This is empty, right?
That should be pretty empty by now.
Pour some of our Jelly Belly.
A drag over here, but that's kind of it.
Sparkling water.
Might as well have something there.
Pineapple. All right.
About that time?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining us. 2 weeks till Ohana.
2. Count them. 1 week until our next
Hi,
episode.
Karen.
We'll let you know what's going on. Yeah. So good to see you.
So anyway, we will be back next week with more, probably from the Velvetiki Room, assuming it's warm.
If we get some freak cold snap, we'll probably be inside, or we'll be out here in sweaters. Hi, folks, it's really cold in the Velvetiki. But
thank you, Karen.
Yes. Oh yeah, isn't that a fun piece? That's a good thing. I think that was not. Oh, it was not originally illuminated. We actually put the light in there.
Yes. Yeah.
It's really just a hanging sort of thing with the
It's
beads. It's shells.
Plant holder.
plant
right?
holder kind of thing. I don't
Yeah.
know what that is originally. To tell you the
No,
truth.
I think it's just a shell sculpture.
It's a shell sculpture.
Honestly.
So we thought, well, this will make a lamp in a second. So I just
Yep.
threw the cord in, put the fixture on, boom, done, easy.
Thank you,
Fantastic.
Eric.
Yep. Thank you very much. Again, if anybody would like to sponsor us, or not sponsor us, but like help us out via a donation, the Venmo link is just right up there. We appreciate that. And we will try to get that on during the episode so I don't have to announce it because, you know, we try with these services and they don't always help us out. But we've had some fantastic drinks tonight. The pineapple
Thank you so much
episode
for joining us. This was
had to
really
feature
fun.
a pineapple, of course, and the pineapple with stuffing is great. You could put a mocktail on this. It would be just fabulous. You had a great mocktail earlier. So
I enjoyed it.
I think we're enjoying the rest of it in here right now
Yes.
with all of this stuff. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And it's
thank
good to
you
have a
so
spacer.
much. Julie, Aubrey,
Yeah.
Robert,
Please.
Lisa, Errol, Eric, Elizabeth.
All of our
everyone
viewers.
everyone who's here.
All of our viewers we
love
can't
you.
see. If you're watching on a smart TV, you obviously can't comment. That's
Dan
a
and
drag.
Elaine.
Yes.
Yes.
If you are watching on a smart TV and you want to comment,
Karen. Yes.
definitely.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Michael.
Oh, got to get a Venmo. I think, well, it's free, right? So you just sign up for an account and away you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, easy. Real easy. All of you watching on a smart TV can't comment, so, you know, just go to your tablet
Alyssa.
or your phone and just log on to one of these services
Opera.
and you can comment just fine. If you want to watch us on a big screen, hey, that's fun. That's perfectly fine. And as always, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, we'll see you